Yeah, I dig that music. Oh, right. I need to put one of those up, don't I? Yeah. Can't have that not being there. Mmm. Mmm. Delicious dropped frames. Gonna be one of those nights. What's going on here? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Whatever. That'll have to do. Oh, that burns. Right on the flesh wounds. Alright. Alright. Let's get into this, huh? Hey there. Hi there. Raw Hyde here. I'm a zombie. Or something like that. I don't know how it goes. We're gonna be playing more Death Road to Canada today. It's just been one of those days, you know? Where I feel like we need something a little bit more fun, you know, than fishing. Wait, what is going on with my face here? Oh, this isn't me. That almost looked like me and Jekyll, you know? Jekyll has the same hair color, I have the same hair color. I thought we were the same people. Obviously not. So I have some Zombo points to use up here. I think we're gonna get more Zombo points, because the earlier you can upgrade what you get, the better. So let's do that. For weapon buyers. We do that from time to time, yeah. Okay, very good. Yeah, I look a bit different tonight, don't I? Yeah, I had quite the rough week, in fact. We're gonna get into it. But first, for anyone who wasn't aware, I do have a Twitch, and I did do a little sneaky test stream. In fact, it's better if you're not aware of my Twitch account, because... No, we do want a buddy. We want a loaded buddy. We want Jekyll. Because, well, I was testing this model on it to see how it looked, you know? Yeah, I know, it's strange. I have a Twitch account. I never use it. When? It was this morning. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the Twitch thing. How? Yes. It was a no-mic stream. I wasn't talking. I was just seeing how the new model would look. So, yeah, I did a little Death Road stream there. And don't worry about it, because the end got cut off because of my internet, as usual. I don't like starting with a mop. That's terrible. No. I'm not switching to Twitch or anything. I just wanted to test this model without spoiling people too much. Right? Like, most people aren't aware that I even have a Twitch account, because I never stream on it. It's not something I do. It doesn't exist. Do we want the handbag? The answer is no. We do not want the handbag. So yeah, I just played a couple of runs of Death Road to Canada, and I don't want to spoil it. The VOD will go up on the YouTube channel with a complete ending. So you didn't even miss anything. It'll still be there. It's going to go up after this stream sometime. Yeah, because I didn't want to spoil this model, you know? I put so much work into it. I've been having a lot of trouble sleeping lately, and yeah, I've been trying to preoccupy my mind with things, and it worked. I spent about... That's a femur, I want that. That's a better weapon. I spent about an hour and a half to 2 hours working on this new model. Yeah, it's great, right? It's very moist, very meaty. I like it. I like it quite a lot. Why did you pick that up, Jekyll? Handbags are like the worst weapons. Shotgun shells. Did we get all the food in here? I feel like we did. Nope. There's one left. 2 left. And I have no weapons. There was a screwdriver up there somewhere, right? Yeah. So I spent about 2 hours working on this, and immediately after I was like, you know what? I think he picked up the screwdriver. I think I'll test it out, see how it looks. And I'm very happy with how it looks. It did have some rough points, so I'm kind of glad that I ended up actually testing it. I did a little bit of fixing up after the fact. I was very tired at the time. So I missed a few stray lines to the meat. Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know why I did this. But, I'm glad I did it. I do feel a lot better. You know, when you have a scab and you start picking at it, and you just keep picking at it? Both of these are horrible places to be. I don't have any weapons. Speaking of meat, I'm gonna have to take a flashlight. This is a horrible idea. Yeah. I did pretty well in the runs yesterday. I saw some very strange things in the runs yesterday. It made me feel very happy. Like, sometimes you'll... Chicken meat? What about chicken meat? I don't understand chicken meat. Am I chicken meat? No, I'm human meat as far as I know. Welcome to Buttville. Great, fantastic. Jekyll, how about you help me out with these zombies that actually mean something? Okay, fine. We're gonna have to kite them around and go up first. There's nothing in here. Read the whole chat challenge? What? I'm lost. Oh, are you saying that you can call me a chicken? Because I did say that in one of my earliest streams. Can I get a weapon, please? Just any weapon would be nice. Anything at all. No. No, you don't get weapons, Hyde. No. I did have an idea where I was going to just do a zombie hiss the whole stream instead of talking. And I thought that would be funny. And I think it would be funny. Oh, you're making chicken, that's great. Look at this, we actually have weapons. Jekyll, let's pick some of these up. I will take the otaku katana, and you can take the gun. The katanas actually break pretty easily, though. This is gonna be a bad choice, I think. But I'm happy to have it. Yeah, I had chicken breast for my dinner today as well. I made myself a nice little chicken salad. And it just so happens to be, I think... Oh, this is awful. I don't know why I go to police stations. Police stations never have good loot. Come on, Jekyll, get out of there. Yeah. I had a nice little chicken salad. I was not hungry. I haven't been very hungry as of late. When I don't sleep very well... What is that? Is that a broom? No, yeah, that's a broom. When I don't sleep very well, I don't get hungry, and I often don't eat. So, I haven't been eating, and my caloric intake has been pretty low. I know, it's terrible, but I'll manage. I ate today. I had a bigger salad, and it was sufficient. Yeah. I didn't, like, make a flat chicken to roll things in, no. It was just cooked chicken breast on a salad. Very bland. Not much to it. And that's okay, right? Yeah. I'm not gonna make a habit of streaming on or on Twitch. I think I prefer YouTube. No, no. It's the other way around. The insomnia is contributing to the not wanting to eat things. But that's okay too. It really is. What do I want to talk about first? Do I want to talk about my insomnia first? Let's trust them. Yeah, let's talk about my insomnia first. It's been about a week now where I just haven't been sleeping very well. Ooh, waterlogged store. I don't like this. Send them all in. Why not? Yeah, I knew there would be zombies in there. They both do contribute, I guess. Let's turn my volume back up. I can't hear this. I love the intro music, don't get me wrong. But this game really could use better balancing, you know? I feel like that's one of my biggest gripes with this game. We don't want any of that. I don't want this flashlight either. Like, can I put this flashlight back? I could probably sell these, right, to the traders and get Zombo points, because I never use them. You're really supposed to be using them. Lone chair. We might want that training. Jekyll might want that training. No, we don't want any of that. Oops, I accidentally closed something. 1 second. So, it's been quite the hard time getting to sleep, you know? My brain has been extra Hyde as of late. What are you doing sleeping on the ground like that? There's some nice tents around. I really don't know. Do we want to feed the strange man sleeping on the ground? That doesn't seem like something I would do, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh, okay. Jekyll is supposed to be the medical person here, but I guess that's fine too. Yeah, I think we're just gonna get out of here. So my brain's been extra Hyde as of late, which means I'm not thinking clearly. Yeah, I'm not a dink. Oh, that's not good. I'm getting distracted. I can't think very clearly. All of the typical cognitive decline symptoms of... Oh. Okay. We really would like someone to have a flashlight here. Yeah. I think just having one creates a little bubble of light, even if you're not using it. Great. This is not good. Just get out of here. Just run, Jekyll. Just run. Ouch. This is already going very poorly. Like, a lot of it comes down to me not having any weapons at the start of the game. That was not great. But I've been really struggling to even, like, use my old methods of getting to sleep, right? There was gas here. Jekyll, get out of there. You're gonna die in there. Yeah. No, we do want to go. I tried the usual things, right? Like, I tried what I usually do when I can't sleep. No one ever does listen to me, that's right. Usually, the first thing I go to when I can't sleep is, cryptid green text stories. You know, I really like those, especially the ones about human mimics. I even have one... Hyde's gonna die. Hyde's really gonna die if I have him do that. But they didn't work for me last night, and the night before, and the night before. They were doing very little. Do we want to go to a haunted mansion? You know what? Let's be crazy with this run. Like, I skip a bunch of the crazier options. Time to buy a new watch. Great. Yeah, okay. Let's put a flashlight on then. I have a feeling this is going to end very poorly. Let's give it a try. Let's not get killed. The green text just did absolutely nothing for me, which is very unusual. Usually, I can get to sleep on those pretty easily. Ouch. But, I don't know what it is. I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. This was a horrible idea. We're gonna try again. Sleeping meds. I don't take sleeping meds. Like, the only sleeping med I take is alcohol. Which is just fine for me. A lot of the modern green texts... Like, I need something to listen to as I sleep. And a lot of the modern green texts have this very weird, modern, uncanny valley type. Quiet Hotel's fine. What am I using? A spoon? A fork? A toothbrush? A knitting needle? You know what? I think a knitting needle would probably be fine in the apocalypse. They're very sharp. So long as you get a good one. Let's see if we can't find something better. No. Yeah, I don't like the uncanny modern text-to-speech kind of options. I know they're really close to mimicking humans. They're very close. But they're not there. And you can feel it. A lot of the modern ones now have, like, this breathing option. So they'll stop to take a breath. But it's a really uncanny breath. It sounds more like a bellows. Like someone's forging with a bellows. And, oh, that's not great. I need a weapon. I need a weapon bad. There we go. It's not... Okay, no, there we don't go. And it just takes me out of the story every single time I hear it. So I'm not happy about those. And the older ones, like, I can't even watch those anymore. I want to talk about this in particular, because it's something that affects my channel as well, right? The older channels that used to do green text readings with AI voices, they got monetized sometime in the past year or two. And now they have like 40-minute ads interspersed between 10 to 15 minutes of reading. And that really just makes it hard to sleep with those stories playing. So I'm gonna stop watching those, I think. Another gun! Jekyll, do you want to take this one? Go ahead. I don't actually have a weapon, do I? Yeah, I despise those ads too. It used to be the case that YouTube would have like 30-second ads. Like, they're all skippable still, it's just... I'd have to wake up. And I'd have to go and turn it off. Looking at a bright screen. Just to skip a 40-minute ad. It's kinda ridiculous. 40-minute ads just ruin everything. I could sleep through a 15 to 30-second unskippable ad. That would be fine. Jekyll, I need you to shoot that moose. Thank you. An ad blocker, yeah, but... When I'm in bed, I'm usually listening to... Ooh. What kind of car do we have? The engine's not very good. Slam the brakes, we're gonna... Yeah, we're gonna get hurt. Ad blockers are the ideal solution here, but... Mobile ad blockers aren't very good. We're going to the coffee shop. Screw the police department. There's nothing of interest there. What do you have, Jekyll? You have a gun. That's not great either. We could really use some weapons. Just throwing that out there. Slam into these things with a flashlight. Probably not best for our flashlight usage. I want that. That's mine. You can't have that. Use your gun, Jekyll. You have a gun. Use it. So all of my old green text go-tos are now gone. And I really have nothing on YouTube to listen to, which is a great move on YouTube's part, because now they're getting me to view even fewer of their videos. Like, maybe I shouldn't be talking about this. Maybe YouTube wouldn't like it, because I'm talking about things I dislike about YouTube. But that's okay, right? Like, one of my ideals for creating content is that I won't be monetizing things, right? I know it's pretty strange for a content creator to say, I don't want to monetize things. But it's the truth. I want to make content that I would enjoy watching. And advertisements just ruin any kind of content that I want to watch. So I don't want it to do that. Yeah. That's not something I'd enjoy. And thinking about my viewers, I don't think they'd enjoy it either. So we're not going to. That's another reason why you'll never see me switching to Twitch. One of the big draws of Twitch... Yeah, give me some coffee. One of the big draws of Twitch is that, you can get monetized pretty easily, right? Whether or not you do well with your content is completely a different story. Jekyll, grab this. Jekyll, grab this. Jekyll. Grab a weapon, Jekyll. Jekyll! What are you doing, man? I swear, Jekyll. You're useless. Absolutely useless. Thank you! Thank you for grabbing a weapon. Very kind of you to actually help. How did he skirt all those zombies? You see that? Like, he just ran right through them. But I've never really had an interest in monetizing. That's not why I make content. If I ever get, like, 5 million viewers, maybe I would consider changing my tune to that. You don't want to throw away free money. But I don't envision that ever happening. I'm going to be a small creator for as long as I'm creating content. So I'm going to make content that I would enjoy watching. Hyde... Hyde, you're oblivious. Go ahead, go in there. Yeah, not even when a spooky dancing skeleton drops from the ceiling. That sounds about right for me. You know, I wouldn't notice that. I just don't know. Like, I get it if you have to monetize your content. Like, sometimes it's nice to have, I guess, your viewers help fund things. Like, if you have a project that you want funded, and they want to see it, but you can't afford it. That's nice. That is nice. That's an option, I guess. But it's never been a concern for me. Mighty Claymore. I kinda want the machete. Give me the sturdy machete. It's worth it early on to have actual weapons. Swap meat. You can have this, and I will take the machete. Yeah. So, oh, I was in here. Wrong way. We just have a nice row of houses. Perfectly untouched by the apocalypse. I like that. What do you have? Flashlight? Healing sprays are very good. Healing sprays, I learned this today, can help you revive a player that dies in a zombie horde. Not when they're on, like, the road itself. So I should have probably popped that. Oh, right, I was talking about my sleeping troubles, wasn't I? Yeah, I should probably finish my thoughts on those. Deathmatch fighter. Not even just blood sport, just deathmatch. Very good. Please join us. So, I have found a solution that helps. And I told this story very early on, when I was first starting making content and streaming. Ugh. I'm gonna take the machete. You have a gun, that's good. What about Elise? What do you have? Are you limited to fighting with your hands? No, you have a sledgehammer. That's great. Coffee wine. I am drinking coffee wine. Otherwise, I don't think I'd be able to sleep, or not sleep. Well, yeah, I'm gonna probably have some more. when it becomes time for me to sleep. But I don't think I'd be able to stream today. There was a high chance of me canceling this stream today. I just don't know. I haven't been feeling it. I'm tired, I'm out of it, my head, I can't concentrate very well. And I like to provide content that I would watch. So, yeah, I kind of thought that maybe it'd be a bad idea to stream. Because, you know, I don't know if the quality of the content is up to my standard. That's the same reason why I have like 20 videos in my backlog that you'll never see. Just because of that. It's not up to my quality. Just like hanging out. Yeah, that's part of why I did it, you know. I realize that that's part of what streaming is. Hanging out, right? And you don't have to be very... No, please, let me leave. You don't have to be very entertaining to hang out. Although I would like to be entertaining. That would be my personal preference if I could be. What's our health like? Okay. Morale and random skill then. What do we got? Strength, shooting, and fitness. Okay. Very good. So yeah, that's kind of the reason I do streaming at all, really. It's the weekly hangout stream. That's what it's here for. Otherwise, I like putting my attention into my video content. Oof. All food and gas. No. Ouch. Ouch, Jekyll got shot. So yeah. I was talking about my sleeping trouble, which is very apparent, right? My head is just not working very well today. That's great. We lost even more of our gear. This run is cursed as well. Oh, we just got a free car. Great. Absolutely take Clown Hyde. So I had to go back to like the old standard. Before I started streaming... Oh no. Oh no. Alright, Hyde. You're doing it, Hyde. You gotta be the man here. You gotta step up to the plate. It was worth it. You're the man, Hyde. You're the man. So, before I started streaming, I had really bad insomnia for years. And, we'd just die in the military depot. We don't have the weaponry for it, I'm sorry. We're going to the junkyard. Yeah, a week of bad sleep can be very detrimental. Luckily, like, I've been doing pretty well as of late. Since I started streaming, in fact. My sleep has improved greatly since around October of last... Was it last year? 2 years ago? When did I start streaming? Whenever I did, that October, my sleep quality improved quite a bit. And I'm very happy about that. We got a safe here, okay. We're gonna have to look out for a combination then. I'm used to it, or I was used to it, and it's just as of late, where I've been sleeping like a normal person, where not sleeping has become a problem. And it's okay, because I do have something other than green text, right? I said it early on, but the only thing that could get me to sleep for months at a time, yes, I want that. I want that. I absolutely want that. That is mine. You cannot have the crowbar. I'm Gordon Freeman now. There's some nice rebar if anyone wants it. Can I get through here? Oh yeah. There's our list. Please, out of the way. It's the Resident Evil Degeneration movie. The first animated Resident Evil movie to ever come out. Which used to be such a hassle to watch, right? I won't go into the details, but it's become a lot easier to watch that now that it's current year. Even 10 years ago, which is ridiculous to think about, that this movie is that old, and older in fact. But even after a couple years it came out, it was still very hard to be able to watch it. It had this weird release deal in America with Sony, apparently. I didn't know this at the time, but Sony was the problem. Cowboy rifle, shotgun... We'll take the gas. We always run out of gas. We need more gas. We got food. I have weapons, finally. Where's Jekyll? Did Jekyll die? I think Jekyll died. Okay. When did Jekyll die? I didn't even notice. Yeah, Sony is often a problem. See, here's the thing. Sony owned this distribution thing, online streaming service called Crackle. Or at least it was and is again. Run for it. We're gonna get hurt. Yeah. Yeah, I figured. We're all dead. We really needed Jekyll. I don't even know what happened to Jekyll. This is bad. This is really bad. We might be able to get some, I guess, healing things from the pet shop. Some nice medical supplies would be ideal. Apparently the strategy is to always go to the rightmost house first, because that's where zombies are going to be most cinematic, your exit. But yeah, Sony Crackle was a thing. And then it got bought by whatever group owns it now. And then they changed the name, but they changed it back to Crackle recently. It's a whole to-do. I don't understand what happened, but it was like very hard. Oh great, Elise died. I should have realized that this would happen when they were, you know, hunting. Maybe we shouldn't have gone here. Maybe this was a bad idea. Wait, what? Can I take Hyde with me? Hyde, we're getting out of here. Don't worry, Hyde. I'll take you back with me. Let's go, Hyde. No, don't eat my buddy. No, no. Anyway, Crackle. You're dead, I'm sorry, Hyde. No. I'm trying to pick Hyde up. No! It's a Sony Crackle. Was, pretty much a defunct service for a while. And they had to deal with, a bunch of different movies, distribution things. One of them was Resident Evil Degeneration, so the only way to watch that was literally using the service Crackle. Which was fine, back when it wasn't defunct. Then they filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Hyde, how good are you at planning? Very good, okay. You've got good wits. Clown Hyde is the reasonable one in the group. Yeah, I don't know. It was fine. They had other movies. Like, they actually did make their own movies. It was a bit like Netflix now, where they were making their own content. They had a bunch of very short shows, right? We're talking like 10-minute episodes and, like 6-episode seasons. I guess we'll go to the apartment row. This is already a cursed run. We're gonna have problems. But at least we still have a machete, right? Yeah. Ugh. They did a bunch of zombie stuff, too. Like, a lot of people don't know this, but there are actually, 2 Dead Rising movies. both of which were made by Crackle, or at least distributed exclusively to Crackle. One of them's called Hightower, Dead Rising: A Hightower, and it takes place in between the first two games. There's an outbreak and the character has to, you know, survive. Just like your typical Dead Rising. But it wasn't... The weird thing is they actually did have someone playing Frank West, and it was Rob Riggle, who is a surprising choice for Frank West. Wasn't really a good casting, but he was only there as like a commentator anyway. So that's fine, right? He didn't have much screen time, he would just occasionally give a Frank West kind of... Did he just faceplant for no reason? Yeah, yeah, Frank West kind of quip out of the blue during the commentation portions. That was good. It was very... Like, the writing was right for Frank West, but the acting, the actor himself. He's a fine comedian. I just don't think he's a fine Frank West. And the other movie after Watchtower was Endgame, I think? Something like that. And it was like a direct continuation of the story. So I always forget if they'd made 2 movies or just the one, because it very much is just a continuation of the same story. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. We need some help. I've learned very quickly that in the apocalypse, there are no lone wolves. Lone wolves get eaten. Great. Nice graphical glitch there. So, we need to recruit someone, I think. Luckily nowadays, Crackle, no longer a big concern. You can get Resident Evil Degeneration on a lot of locations that I probably shouldn't talk about. Do a quick Google search of it, and you'll find some excellent quality. Yeah, which makes me very happy. The Crackle app itself was horrible. It was bloated, and the advertisements were very obnoxious. You know what? Just the whole design of the Crackle app was very obnoxious, and you should be very happy. You don't have to deal with it, right? I know I am. This is really bad. I feel like this run is also ruined just from the get-go. We had good weapons, we did everything we could for it, but we're just one Hyde, you know? We're just one clown in the apocalypse, picking at our skin until our entire skin falls off. You end up flayed. Yeah. What was I talking about? Oh, right. These movies, for Dead Rising, they kinda take from the story loosely. So, as far as video game adaptations go, it's actually not terrible. Only vaguely remember Crackle? Yeah, I don't think a lot of people do remember Crackle. And if they do, it's like this vague memory, like college humor. Right? Like, most people don't remember college humor either. But that used to be such a big thing, you know? Everybody was talking about Captain Planet and when Google was a person. Yeah. I really liked those, by the way. When the Google was a person series. Or, yeah. Google as a person series. Those were good. What other ones were good? Was the CEO stuff from College Humor? Like the ones talking about eating Tide Pods? Yeah, College Humor is definitely more memorable. Despite Sony owning Crackle for a long period of its existence. Apparently they were the ones that made Crackle. And it used to be called Sony Crackle. Ouch. So it's very strange to me that it's just... Yeah, okay. Kakarot? Okay. Okay, there you go, anime reference. I don't know. It was something back in the day. But I remember that I spent months just dealing with that app, listening to Resident Evil Degeneration's intro to fall asleep. I've had to have seen the intro to that movie at least a couple hundred times by now. Just the first 10 minutes. That's usually all it takes. 10 minutes, and I'm golden. I can just, you know, pass out. It's usually around when the security officer for the senator gets bitten by a zombie that I pass out. But if it doesn't quite get to me until then, I'm usually asleep right after the plane crashes into the airport. Which is great. You think the loud noises would keep me awake, but no. Because another nice thing about the movie is that it's mixed very quietly. Like, a lot of people hate that, right? I know my content is mixed quietly, but that's okay. That's how I want it, because that's how I enjoy my content. If I'm gonna fall asleep to it, I'm just pistol whipping people. Okay, that works. But if I'm going to enjoy content, if I'm gonna fall asleep to it, I want that. That is also mine. I'm going to mix it very quietly, and I'm going to listen to it at a quiet volume that is reasonable for me to fall asleep to. I don't have any illusions that people want to watch my content for the quality of my content. There's no quality to be had. You see what's on the screen. What is this? What is that? Oh, it's just the door prompt. I thought there was something on the ground. Jekyll, let's get out of here. Yeah. So I really don't have any illusions that people want to watch the content itself. You either want to hang out. Horror audiobooks? Yeah, I used to. The best one I have for that is World War Z. But the problem with that is, I usually get too invested in the story, you know, and I end up trying to listen to the story. At one point or another, if there were a zombie audiobook available, oh, I definitely listen to it. Do either of us have mechanical? Probably not. Jekyll doesn't smell bad. Okay, Jekyll. Yeah, I figured. There's no getting around that. Neither of us really have mechanical. There are ways to metagame. Like, you can give your characters perks and traits that actually help you. It's not how I like to play it. Ooh. Let's get the box of bandage. Hyde's oblivious, he can manage. I like to play the games when I'm using characters that represent myself, with traits that make sense for the characters, right? That's why Jekyll is a surgeon, instead of a healthcare. Stronghold. What do we have? Jekyll, you can have the gun. You have shooting. I don't want this mop. I don't want that. So yeah, I have Oblivious. Jekyll has his surgery instead of healthcare because I don't think he understands healthcare, but he understands taking apart a body, right? If it's never been clear... Ooh, katana. If it's never been clear that, any of us could take apart a body before, I think now with my new model, with the flesh being exposed, the muscle tissue, it should be clearer that there is a Jekyll inside of me for sure. I never really liked hunting, I'll tell you that much, but it's not like I've never skinned an animal. Is that weird to say? I hope that's not too weird to say. I think a lot of people, if you grew up where I grew up, have experienced skinning an animal, right? You gotta cut around the legs, and then cut around the neck, and you kind of invert the skin, or the fur, the pelt, a bit like a sock, right? When you take a sock out of the dryer, and it's inside out. That's what you want to do with the animal. You want to turn it inside out, basically. It's very easy to do, so long as you use... Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Please, I need weapons. There's a gun. I'll take that. I'm not good at shooting, so this is gonna be a problem. Jekyll, being a surgeon, starts out with +2 to shooting, which is good. Hyde, on the other hand, is not good at shooting. Alright, Jekyll, let's get out of here. Why did you open that? Why did you open that? Why did you open that, you fool? Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is tense. Jekyll, Jekyll, get out of here. This is bad, this is bad. This is real bad. Yeah, of course, a mop. I don't think so. Jekyll, out of here. I really don't want to be using a piece of wood. Do I want a screwdriver? We'll take it. I'd rather have the femur. We're getting out of here, Jekyll. We spent too long. So, I turned Resident Evil Degeneration... Jekyll? Jekyll? Jekyll, run. I turned Resident Evil Degeneration on. I was out by the time the plane crashed into the airport, just like usual. I was very happy about that. I told a story about this very early on, and one time when I was watching the film to fall asleep, something felt very off, right? Something felt wrong about it. I wasn't falling asleep. Jekyll, I'm trusting you, we need the food. Thank you. And I couldn't quite figure it out. Everything was okay. It was on very low volume. I was very close to passing out. Drag race, what are the rules? Great. Fantastic. We didn't get injured from that. We have enough gas, surprisingly. We have a good bit. It took me about 8 minutes to figure out what was wrong with it. And I realized it was right at the scene where one of the security guards for the senator gets bitten by the first zombie. Or, well, his zombie partner. Ooh, that's a good option. It's a very powerful gun, though. I don't know if I want to sell it. Do we need the food that badly? Probably not. And I realized they're speaking in Japanese. I spent the first 8 minutes of a movie speaking in well, they were speaking in Japanese. Say it, don't spray it. Jekyll, you need it. Oh, nope. I'm learning medical supplies. Oh, okay, that's fine. My mind's not here. They're not great. How did I not realize immediately? It's a great question. I have no idea. I really don't. It was one of those things that just blew me away. Not realizing that they're speaking in Japanese for the entire time. I don't like recruiting people in trader camps. I think they have lower loyalty, right? Just like in real life, if you save someone in real life, they're more likely to stay with you because you saved them than if you recruited them. That's what led to the fall of the Roman Empire, you know. Burl. You know what, Burl? Sure. You're probably more loyal than whoever we passed up on. And if not, we can just throw you to the zombies. Just like real life, yeah. What do you have, Burl? You have a rusty machete. Well, now you also have a flashlight. Hyde doesn't need guns. Jekyll needs guns. Tell you what, Jekyll has a better shot at actually surviving the gun. So you can have the Dolt, because it kind of has a higher power. Not like id kind of higher power, but literal higher power. It can shoot through things. Things being zombies in this case. Yeah. Not great. Should not have come in here. Burl, you're gonna get thrown to the zombies. I want you to know that. Can't throw that chair. Oh, there's a skull. There's a throwable chair. When you don't have weapons, the best thing to do is throw objects. Even if you have great weapons, you probably want to throw objects as well. They can break into little bits, and then you can have weapons again. Jekyll! Jekyll! Please! Jekyll, please! Jekyll, please! Use your gun. This is such a tense game. I hate games like this, but I love them too. We somehow survived. Okay. What was I talking about? Right. Resident Evil. See, my mind's really all over the place. Can I talk about Resident Evil Degeneration? I've got a lot to say about Resident Evil Degeneration. It's one of the movies I've obviously watched the most. Jekyll, heal up. Yeah. I've seen the first 10 minutes at least a couple hundred times. Yes. But I've seen the entire movie probably 10 to 20 times. Say it, don't spray it. Yeah, I figured. And I really like the movie, right? Like, a lot of people don't. Gnome steps out of the house and starts shrieking and pointing at you. Can we recruit the gnome? Great! Fantastic, we have a gnome riding a rat. I have never seen this before. Why is his health so low? We don't want to go to a bookstore. Deadly Walmart. We'll go to the gas station. We might be able to get some gas. You have Nomi. You have nothing. Now you have a mop. Jekyll, what do you have? You have a femur? He's a gnome, yeah. It makes sense for him to be small. You don't have any ammo for that. That's not great. So use what you have. And I have a burl. We want the gas, really. He really is riding a rat. He has little rat friends. Great. Ouch, ouch, ouch. This is bad, this is bad, this is real bad. Who are you? I'm trying to talk to this person, please. You know what? They don't want to be saved. I can't save everyone in this apocalypse. I really do like the first animated movie. I think it... Oh god. Wait, you have boxing gloves? Ouch. Fight your way out. Fight your way out. Come on, people. Come on. Come on. I think that's fine. We might have left 2 of them behind, but that's okay. The gnome died, I think, in the explosion there. I really like the first animated movie because it reminds me a lot of the first Paul W.S. Anderson movie. How much gas do we have? Not much. We'll take a detour. It's very claustrophobic in the way it's presented as a story, at least in the first half, right? When you're trapped in the airport. I think it was Claire, right? Pearl, are you very good at planning out things? Okay. You're very witty, Pearl. Unlike your name suggests. It's very claustrophobic. The zombies could be around any corner. It's very dark. It's very scary, right? It's very tense. Questionable science. It's a very tense film. And I think that's something that the first Resident Evil movie live adaptation actually did very well. A lot of people say, Pearl, you're witty, can you do it? No, you're not mechanical. None of us are mechanical. I bet the gnome was mechanical. But the first Resident Evil movie is a great horror film. I think a lot of people hate it because it's not very much like Resident Evil the games, but it is very much like Resident Evil in the sense that it's a horror style, media. Like a lot of people, they don't realize that because they're so caught up in it's not Resident Evil, it's a zombie film. But if it were just a zombie film, and it weren't based on Resident Evil, if people didn't say, oh yeah, this is a Resident Evil film, then maybe I think people would enjoy it a lot more. Because as an independent film, as just this zombie film, I think, yeah, we're not getting that gas. We'll take this. Just as a zombie film, it stands so far apart, so far above other films of the genre, in the sense that it's truly a terrifying film. Jekyll, get in. Think about it. Everything in that movie is done so very well. Cabin with a car. We'll explore. Lost stronghold. Fancy house. We can't take another stronghold. We're hurting here. We're really hurting here. We're still using bones, right? You don't want to keep that. The way it starts out is absolutely fantastic. You're trapped in an elevator. It's halfway between floors. Ouch, ouch. And people are getting sawed in half through hydraulic pressure of doors moving. But the music is fantastic. A lot of people underestimate the music itself. The soundtrack of that film, ooh, that's not good. The soundtrack of that film is fantastic. It was written, I think, by Marilyn Manson, of all people. Yeah, okay, we're gonna die. Can we get some weapons, please? No? Okay. That's okay. Jekyll, you want to use your gun? You want to use your gun, or are we gonna... Yeah, okay. Oh, we are so dead. You sit. You done with your chicken? That's good to hear. Yeah. Not time for that? Not time for dying? I think it's time for dying. Yep, Earl just died. I don't know where I'm going, and I'm dead. We're gonna go one more round, I think. But the soundtrack. The soundtrack is the first thing that actually put me to sleep when I started watching that movie. Here's a fun fact for you. Back when I was still listening to my iPod Touch, second generation, that I got in high school, I got the first Resident Evil movie and the second Resident Evil movie, and I converted them to the aspect ratio of the standard iPod Touch. And I would listen to those to go to sleep. So I have a long history of watching Resident Evil movies to go to sleep. And the fun thing is, I really liked the music by Marilyn Manson. We'll go for... We really need equipment. I hate to keep going to the Walmarts We'll go to the quiet factory. I have rebar, that's good enough. It's a pokey weapon, though. I don't like pokey weapons. Pokey weapons are like screwdrivers and things. Yeah, like that. We'll take it, because there are no better options. Usually, by the time that Alice shows up, I'm asleep. Nice. We got some guns here, Jekyll. You got a shotgun with no ammo. You can have the cowboy revolver, or a cowboy rifle. I don't know. There's something about it that is just very tense, right? It's electronic, it has the weird gurgling noises. It reminds me a lot of early 9 Inch Nails. Rubber mallet. We'll take the rubber mallet. Ooh, ball peen hammer. We want the ball peen hammer. It's just really nice, right? It's underappreciated. And I think Paul W.S. Anderson chose perfectly for the first film. I think for the second live adaptation, it wasn't so good. You know, the music choices weren't golf clubs, grenades. None of these things we want. We're more likely to hurt ourselves. Why did you drop your scalpel for a golf club? Are you Nope. Nope, get out of there. We'll take the rubber hammer. Ouch, ouch. Jekyll, help me out a bit, huh? I swear. A lot of people don't like the movies, you know? I get that. I get that. I really do. Was I over here? Yeah. But I do, you know? I really enjoy the first two. And then I agree with everyone else when it comes to the rest of the series. Absolute garbage. It's the lowest form of a zombie movie. Yeah, we need to do that. We're gonna starve. Ooh. Burgers. Give it to Hyde. Critical hit. Okay. I've never seen that before. I don't know. The second movie had a lot of problems, don't get me wrong. Pharmacy. We need the medicine. One of the things I hate the most when it comes... Why am I stuck with the rebar instead of... You know what, whatever. I don't care. Just hits right, and it's a critical hit. I don't really eat too much fast food, you know? First of all, there aren't really too many restaurants around me. Fast food or otherwise. I live in the middle of nowhere, after all. So it's actually pretty hard for me to get fast food. That's a blessing and a curse, right? Like, I know a lot of people really enjoy fast food. They know it's not good for them, and they still eat it anyway. Like Chicken McNuggets, right? Everybody knows that Chicken McNuggets are terrible for you. And they're not even real chicken, right? They're made of lips, and you don't even know that chickens have lips most of the time. But they do. They have chicken lips, and probably chicken teeth too. Just ground up into a fine paste. Emulsified, standardized in texture. Then breaded so that you forget they're even chicken. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm very sorry about that. Again, I can't think very well today. Yeah. Would you rather I talk about, like, cheeseburgers? I'll tell you my standard order for McDonald's, right? My standard order for McDonald's is a McDouble and sometimes a medium fry. And I can't even eat all of that. Like, I can't eat that much. But if you go to McDonald's, it's like a trip. You gotta get your money's worth, right? And that's how I feel about it. So, I get more than I can eat from any McDonald's that I ever go to. I think that's probably how I have to do it too. And then I feel horrible eating it all. A stickman? I wouldn't call myself a stickman, no. Maybe. I don't know. I did say the other day or the other stream, like a couple of weeks ago, that it's very hard for me to put on weight. I don't like eating. Eating's a chore. It's not enjoyable when I do eat. I feel gross for a couple hours afterwards, at least. If I have a big meal, like, even the next day, I'll still feel gross. Like, some humans are not meant to exist. And I think I'm one of those humans, you know? It just isn't meant to keep existing. Nature made a mistake, and that mistake was me. And I've rolled with it ever since, because, you know, I'm already here, I might as well. Digestive? Is it a digestive issue? There is a history of that in my family, but as far as I've ever known, no. I think it's a symptom of something else, in fact. Just seems to be related. I don't enjoy eating. Like, a lot of people enjoy eating. They have, taste buds that work correctly. I don't. So, when I eat something, it's usually a very unbalanced food. It tastes strongly of something. Strongly bitter, strongly sweet, strongly sour. We don't have a gun, so we're gonna leave the moose alone. Moose alone. Just try to sneeze, Hyde. Yeah, I can't. I can't sneeze on command, that's true. It's not really a digestive issue, no. We don't have enough food. And we don't have a charismatic person. Going to the traders would be a waste of time. Yeah, Kenny. Kenny. Oh, that reminds me of the original Telltale series with Walking Dead. That was such a big game when it came out. With Little Clementine? Oh yeah, I remember. Clementine was interesting as a character. I think... What do you have, Kenny? You have a rusty machete. You also have a screwdriver now. Congratulations. You've been upgraded. I never liked Kenny. Like, I know Kenny had a redemptive arc, but I never liked him. I'm sorry. He was just kind of a jerk. And I didn't like Duck either. Duck was his son, right? Or was it Ducky? Ducky might have been NCIS. I was going to talk about old television shows, because I really enjoyed watching television at one point in my life, back when television was interesting to me. Nowadays, I can't watch television. None of it interests me. All of it's kind of just the same, and I don't like it. I think we're gonna die in this corner. Some of my favorite shows are from, like, the 60s. If that gives you any kind of indication, right? Jekyll. Jekyll, you got separated. Yeah, we're gonna die. Why didn't you use your shotgun before? You absolute jerk. You just wanted me to die. Okay, so one of my favorite shows of all time was called The Beverly Hillbillies. Growing up in a very rural American place, it kind of felt right, you know? Breath of frustration. These games do get to me, I'm not gonna lie. They really get to me. It's fine. But given my current state anyway, where I'm already tired, you're gonna see that, yeah. What? Kenny, teach some medical skills. Why does Kenny have better... You know what? He's a surgeon. He's not a healthcare provider. He's like a surgeon back from the time when surgeons were barbers. So it makes sense. However, we want to beat Jekyll. Yeah. Ball peen hammer. Shotgun. I actually like ball peen hammers, right? Like, this might be controversial, but I don't think ball peen hammers are very useful. I don't think they're a good hammer. I'm sorry. Is that a sawed-off? No, it's just a normal shotgun. Tell you what. Oh, we can't do a swap meet? Can we do a swap meet now? Yeah. Okay. Looks like a double barrel. We don't need 3 guns, but I have 3 guns. Rebar. Yeah, back when they did mostly amputations. That's exactly right. That's what I feel like Jekyll would do. 9 times out of 10, like, unnecessary amputations. I think that'd be very in character for him. Bite down on this sheet of leather and give it your best not to pass out from the pain. Actually, back in the day, passing out from the pain would have saved your life more often than not. You wouldn't have gone into shock. So it's actually very important to pass out from the pain. If you ever get transported to an isekai world, where you have to get an amputation. Boo-boo on his pinky. Yeah, you just amputate the whole thing. Makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Hi there. Good to see you all again. Oh god, it's Id. Sorry, kid. Looks like you gotta lose that pinky there. I know what'll make it stop hurting. If you don't have any nerve endings, you can't feel any pain. Which is not true, by the way. Plan out the escape. Id might be intelligent. No. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Phantom Pains? Exactly. Yeah, they made an entire game about that. You know, I've never actually played any of the Metal Gear series. It's just never been something that appealed to me. You don't get a shotgun anymore. In fact, you don't even get the ball peen hammer. That was Hyde's hammer. You can't have it. I get the hammer now. And you can have this rusty machete. You can have 2 rusty machetes, Kenny. You let Duck die, and you were a bad influence on Clementine. Hyde will remember that. Yeah, fun for other people to play. Fishing rod. I think there are a lot of games like that, you know? Personally, I wouldn't want to play them, but... Here I am as... I wanted the fishing rod, you jerk. That was my fishing rod, and you took it. Just because I took your ball peen hammer. Obviously, I use my rock hammer for everything. So if I ever have to hammer a nail... Oh, Id, yeah. Sorry about that, buddy. If I ever have to hammer a nail, I'll use my rock hammer. I spent like $50 on my rock hammer when I was in university. You better believe I get my money's worth out of that rock hammer. Even if I don't go out to outcrops. I'll just use it to show off that I have a rock hammer sometimes. It is cold steel. And it is American made, so it's high quality. Unlike those cheap Chinese rock hammers. Which is not to say anything bad about Chinese manufacturing. But there are a lot of knockoff products, right? That come from China. And you have to be careful of those. Because they really are just knockoffs, you know? They make fine stuff, they really do. If you get quality stuff. Like my microphone. My microphone is from a Chinese brand. And it serves me fairly well. I'm very happy with the quality. It's a little bit quiet. But if you bump up the gain, it's not terrible. Especially for its price, right? Like back when I first started, I had no idea if I would even enjoy streaming. And I'm still not entirely sure if I do. but I do enjoy making content. So maybe eventually, like, I'll upgrade the quality of my hardware. I'm not sure. I'm kinda happy with where it is right now. I don't see a problem with it. You know? I think I might start to get to the point where I'm unhappy with the quality of my GPU. That might be something happening soon. I don't know. So maybe I'll upgrade my computer. Which is not usually what I would recommend. For most people, I would recommend, if you're getting into this, start with a good microphone, and then upgrade to a better microphone. People like shiny things, apparently. I don't get it. Like, people like the shiny new stuff. They like the shiny new games with the shiny new graphics. Everything at, like, 4K texture. I think that's ridiculous. I don't think you need it. Who do I have in my team? Kenny, you're opening that. Yeah. Permanent morale penalty. It's okay. We're gonna get rid of Kenny anyway. Proper placement is important. I never had... what did you say? Yes, Jekyll is very intimidating. Oh, I see, he just didn't know. When I first started, I had no experience streaming, I had no experience creating content, I had no experience using a microphone, you know? It was all entirely new to me. I'm supposed to be the character good with guns. What kind of bullets do we have? We have one shell. Id? Can I trust you, Id? Can I trust you? I don't know if I can. We're gonna take the rusty machete. These guns aren't really... We had a handgun. I'm so stupid. I have no idea what I was talking about either. And that's gonna be a problem. Oh right, the microphone stuff. I learned pretty quickly that the placement of your microphone is probably more important than just about anything else. Depending on... Oh, ice cream truck. Depending on the microphone that you have to be very aware of which way you're talking into it. If you knew what my setup looked like, and has looked like for the last year and a half, you would wonder what I'm doing. Keep driving. Keep driving. Basically I have a series of cardboard boxes, and they're the same exact cardboard boxes that I've been using since the start. Ah, the bees. No, the bees are dead, and I haven't heard any crickets in a while. So, you know, most of the pests are probably gone. But I still have the exact same cardboard box setup that I once described in a TF2 video. A year and a half ago, probably? We probably don't need that. Id, what do you have? Jekyll? Should probably take a gun with us, like the handgun, but I think we're fine. Ooh, a new car. We might want that. I have really bad eyesight, so these dark places are very terrible for me. I can't see what's going on. I should really increase the gamma or something. I have it on max lightness, too, which is probably not in the spirit of the game. But that's okay. Someone pick up this gun. Someone pick up this gun. Thank you. I don't know. You know, I feel like if I replace anything, it's going to be my computer first and foremost. But also, like, I just spent, like, 3 months fixing my computers to the point where I could get them working properly. I don't really want... Oh no, my bat. I really like the bats in this game. This one? Or the older one? The older one's from 2010, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we're taking this new car. Yeah, the older one is from 2010. It is a dinosaur of a model. Which is why it's so hard to get it running again. Oh, the one I'm using now? I want to say it's from 2018. Yeah, we'll take Raw Hyde. We need a mechanic in our team. Kenny seems to be good for surgery. So it's showing its age a little bit. And it was never made for gaming, you know? How fast is our car? Slow. We're definitely not gonna make it, so... Either we bail or we hurt ourselves. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna have Kenny do it. Kenny has a morale penalty. He can die in this game and no one's going to care, right? 2010, absolutely. Here's the irony though. My 2010 laptop, it is very philosophical, but ooh, I want those parts. Yeah. The 2010 laptop has a better GPU than the one I'm currently streaming from. I think we could probably sell some guns. We don't have enough food, but we have too many guns. We have a shotgun and we have a double barrel shotgun. We will sell the shotgun. The double barrel... In real life, I'd prefer to use a shotgun over a double barrel shotgun. But that's a personal preference, right? I just... I'm not very good at aiming with guns, you know? I'm a terrible shot, which doesn't usually matter with shotguns, except that it does. Oh, it can use charm. We have id. Finally, we have something going right for us. Id Charmer. Hey there, you're a doctor, and, my, aren't you lovely? I think it'd be just swell if you offered your services to us for free. There's nothing wrong with me. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with you either. I don't know how that would go. I don't think it's actually that charming of a fellow. I think he has the charm of a con man. What are you? What are you? Okay. Just axes, no. That did not, like, look like a person to me. It looked like the Phantom of the Opera, a little bit. Ah, no, thank you. Oh, I was watching a TV show, and it had, like, it was a horror TV show. It had an episode about, well, I watched it specifically for this, George Romero, and, I think it was Night of the Living Dead in 3D was the title of the episode, which was what actually drew me to it. And it was all about, like, these comic books that George Romero supposedly, drew and wrote the story for, that were coming to life as you read them with 3D glasses. There was a curse put on the books and the 3D glasses specifically. Great. Fantastic. We're gonna take a shotgun. And it was very good. Like, the zombies were traditional zombies, which... absolutely great. I like my slow zombies slow. Don't get me wrong, like, I don't mind fast zombies. I just don't... It's not what I'd prefer, right? I'd prefer my zombies to be Romero zombies. That's true of, like, whether I was living in an apocalypse or if I just happened to be watching a zombie movie. I think slow zombies are more interesting to me. Ow. Oh, who died? Burl? Kenny? Burl was last run. It's okay if Kenny died. Where'd the security guards go? Doesn't matter. They're with us. Yeah, well... There's some interesting science behind that. New zombies aren't really dead. Here's the thing about zombies, okay? To move, your cells kind of have to have a metabolism. There has to be a complex exchange of gases and energy. The systems can change, they can vary. It doesn't matter. So long as you have one, or the exchange of gases that build up and byproducts. Chemical exchanges, basically. Zombie 101 with Hyde. It's important to me. It really is. We're not getting out of this siege. It's very important to me, the science behind this stuff. And Max Brooks was one of the people to first think about it. I don't know if the science of zombies were known back in the day when George A. Romero was writing about them first. He kind of invented the concept after all. We can get out. Let's get out of here. But you do need a metabolism. Otherwise, muscles don't work, your tissues don't work, there isn't enough energy in the system to make a corpse move. I've thought about it a lot. I think there are a lot of chemical pathways that could make it work. Ooh. Clown Hyde 2 mechanical. He's pretty good with mechanical, we don't need more mechanical. One of the pathways would be like chemosynthetic. A lot of slime molds can reduce iron, for example, and create energy that way. It's not very good, it's not very efficient. Obviously, vertebrates use oxygen for a reason. So, yeah, oxygen pathways would have to be maintained in order to move a corpse like a human body, so long as we're using the tissues of the human body. There's nothing to say that zombies do actually use the tissues. Cordyceps zombies from The Last of Us, for example, might be using decomposition of the human tissues to acquire energy through some other means. Probably some anaerobic means. But, you know, they might be using oxygen too. Mushrooms aren't too different from humans if you think about it. But there are systems in place where, theoretically, it could work. And so long as you're applying, or so long as you're supplying enough oxygen through whatever chemical pathway that the zombie is employing, it is possible for the human body to exert... Ooh, always be Bergen. I think I want that van over what we have. Our van, or our car, is pretty beaten up. Let's find the keys. So long as you supply enough oxygen to use those pathways, I think it's possible through some kind of symbiotic relationship that you could, in theory, utilize more of your muscles at a given time. Here's the thing. Have you ever heard of adrenaline giving you superhuman strength? Well, it's true. Your body does get superhuman strength if it's given adrenaline. But it's not like the superhuman strength is a magical thing caused by a chemical entering your body. What's actually happening is more complex than that. Your brain is essentially limiting, right now, how much of your strength you can actually output. That's the neat thing. Because you're in a normal condition, it does not want to damage itself. It does not always want to be applying maximum force to a car handle and ripping it off of its frame. That might be something that's possible. We should visit the trader camps because we have Ed. More likely what's going to happen is you tear a muscle and you're in constant pain for the rest of your life. So your body is very good at limiting the amount of power Should probably sell a shotgun, shouldn't we? We have too many. Yeah, let's sell some shotguns. We need the food more than we need the shotguns, really. So yeah, the human body prevents you from injuring yourself by limiting your own strength. It's a very neat thing. Theoretically, you could increase the amount of strength you can output to your maximum. If you're a zombie, you won't feel the pain of doing that. Yeah, we'll feed them. I think Jekyll just likes shoving food in people's mouths while they're asleep. It seems like something he would do. It made me stronger too, which is good. Anyone down here? Admiring the graves? Hi there. Can I click on you? Alas, poor Davis. I knew him, Jekyll. Tambra. Okay, I'm stuck on geometries here. Adrenaline kinda does the same thing, where it allows you to use more of the strength that you already have by basically saying, well, brain, we're gonna die if we don't do this, so we might as well. Zombies, because they can reproduce through bites, and you could argue that the zombie is not the human, but the infection in the human, or whatever's animating it. Ooh, Jekyll isn't oblivious. Swat the bee, Clown Hyde. Yeah, I know, we had to do that. So you could argue that a corpse not reproducing, not caring about the survival of itself, but the survival of the infection, would be able to do that. It would be able to be stronger, run faster, at least until the muscles break down. So freshly infected, even if it's ripped apart, like if its arms dangling off of it, it could probably still do it. That's the neat thing about the human body. Clown Hyde, why are you so unobservant? We don't have a choice. We have enough ammo. It's the only one with ammo left. We're not getting lucky this game, unfortunately. Here's the thing though, if I start shooting my gun at every zombie, we're gonna have problems. Probably not, definitely not. Definitely not what? I'm sorry, my mind's all over the place and the the wine's not helping. Thank you for shooting, Ed. I'm very happy that you're contributing to the team here. It's not a great idea to be doing this, shooting into a horde of zombies. Or into my car. But you know, it's fine. We lost Kenny, didn't we? Very good, very good. Ooh, pitchfork. I like the pitchfork. I know I don't like pokey weapons, but the pitchfork is definitely an exception to that. Egbert. How do you pronounce guns wrong? News? Yeah. I've not been paying attention. You know what, Egbert? You can come along. I don't care if you can't pronounce guns. I had a speech impediment for a long time. That didn't make me any worse with guns. That was just my ability with guns that made me worse with guns. Irritated. That's not great. It's really not great. Pitchfork? What does Egbert have? You have a gun. With no ammo. I don't think so. You can have the ball peen hammer instead of that frying pan. You know, I used to use exclusively cast iron frying pans. I was in a phase of my life where I was like, oh, the cast iron frying pan is so much better. The cast iron frying pan doesn't have Teflon, which is a known carcinogen. Oh, cast iron frying pan, you can season it and it will last a lifetime. And all of those things are true. I just stopped caring because they became a lot of kind of upkeep, right? Like, it's nice to have a cast iron frying pan, or a cast iron Dutch oven, or a cast iron anything, really. Saucepans, even. No, actually, I don't like cast iron saucepans. I think cast iron saucepans are probably the worst, because the acidity of tomatoes often causes cast iron to rust at an increased rate. So do remember that, folks. If you ever have cast iron saucepans, don't use them to make tomato sauces. We're not going through there. Fond of stainless steel. Yes. I think stainless steel is probably the better of the choices. I think aluminum's actually probably okay for most applications. Again, I think maybe acidic things or very high heat things, like, I wouldn't deep fry anything in aluminum, I don't think. I don't know how much that would be a problem for, like... I know there are studies out there suggesting a link between aluminum, like microscopic aluminum particulates, possibly nanoscopic aluminum particulates, causing cognitive decline, or being correlated with cognitive decline, things like Alzheimer's disease and the like. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm a smoker, so maybe I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. I do think cast iron is probably, interestingly enough, important for human history. We want the gas, unfortunately, so we have to make our way through here. I do think cast iron's important, and I think humans probably evolved with cast iron cookware a lot more than they evolved with other things. So if there are bodily mechanisms for removing metal particulates and the like from your body, they would probably be for things like cast iron, as opposed to aluminum. Oh, this is bad. I think copper is probably okay for a lot of applications too. I do worry though, like... I have these mule cups for, like, alcoholic mule drinks. You know what I'm talking about? Like, the mint ones and other mules. Copper is expensive, yes. The thing is, they oxidize too. And the more acidic or the more sugary something is, I think that increases the oxidation of the copper. So you end up with, like, copper poisoning at that point, which is not good. What would id see? Well, I was looking at this cloud, and Aegis spoke to me, and it looked very strange. It was like the buzzing of 1,000 bees. Oh, it's just a swarm of bees, in fact. I kind of figured that would happen. We don't even have any medicine. No one cares about you, Egbert. That's why no one listens to you. I'm a big proponent of humans living as naturally as possible, but the way I see nature is very different from most humans, you know? The way I see nature is from an evolutionary perspective. And you don't have to believe in the theory of evolution for that to be true. I'm talking about what we, as a species, had native to us, had available to us, throughout our history. So if you don't like the term evolution, just think historically, right? Anything that wasn't historically there while we were a younger species, I do think might be problematic for us. What did we grab from that? I have no idea. Yeah, so things like Teflon, I think they're probably so bad because maybe we don't have any bodily mechanisms to remove them from our bodies. Like, I was reading a story about, or not a story, it was a paper about lead, right? Lead waterways, lead aqueducts in the Roman Empire. And it seemed like Romans really liked Raoul. Yes, Romans really liked Raoul. Come along with us, Raoul. You can replace Egbert. Egbert doesn't even know how to pronounce gun. Oh, sorry, I guess you're not coming with us. Never mind. So, it was proposed that, those with Roman lineage have a higher tolerance to lead in the body, because they may have evolved in a high lead culture and environment. We don't want to go through the sewer. We'll pick a rescue mission, but this is going to be awful. Egbert, you can have a flashlight for this one. Yeah. Which I think is interesting, right? Like, a lot of people suggest that... Hello there. Brit. You can follow us. The more meat shields, the better, really. Yeah, let's get out of here. Pitchfork. Pitchfork has a long wind-up, unfortunately. I think Clown Hyde might die in this one. That's okay, too. Hyde's never gonna make it to Canada. Just so you know. Hyde is never gonna make it to Canada. I think it's probably fine for Hyde to never make it to Canada. I wouldn't want to live in Canada. Out we go! Grab the food. I don't know, like... I've been to Canada, and let me tell you why I wouldn't go to Canada. It's not for the reasons you're thinking. Canada is infested with these black flies that just do not leave humans alone. Give us first aid, please. We could use it. So when it is black fly season, they're dressed with these, like, net-like clothing whenever they go out. And probably sleep with it, too. It's like mosquito netting. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Canada has a lot of problems. Clown Hyde's actually mechanical. He could do this. One of the big problems with Canada is that, like, something ridiculous, like 90% of the population is along the American border. So it's not that different from America. Oh yeah, no, the cold, I hate the cold, absolutely. I'll tell you what, drive to the signal. Pepper bunker. Ooh, stash of supplies, very nice. It is cold, but it's not too much colder than, you know, just the northern parts of America, which do get pretty darn cold. So, you know, there is that to contend with. But it's mostly Egbert. You can rob this guy? We'll consider that. Jekyll's running this, not Hyde. So we can consider stealing. Oh yeah, far north. I don't know. No one lives up there. No one lives in the northern norths of Canada. We can rob them too. Oh, great. I think we're only gonna get one chance to rob people. I'm taking this just in the hopes that I can sell it later. We are never using explosives. Explosives are a horrible idea. Oh, wait. We can charm her? Charm her, Ed. Fantastic. Now we rob people. You have gas. It's loyalty revealed. Why is it so disloyal? I don't understand. Yeah, most people don't live that far north. It's just like how most people don't live in Alaska. They're terrible places for cold and... This is what I get for my misdeeds of stealing things, I guess. We are not using that. We'll take that, though. Clown Hyde, you can also have a gun. No, you can't. You don't get a gun. I'm sorry, Clown Hyde. I don't want to live in Canada, also for reasons of geology. Like, there's a lot of cool geology in Canada, don't get me wrong. There are Cambrian deposits, there's the Shield, a lot of igneous and metamorphic rocks that are very cool. But, personally, I'd rather have sedimentary rocks. And sure, there are places with a lot of sedimentary rocks, too. I don't know. I've just been too spoiled for choice when it comes to fossil collecting, you know? Like, there are very few hobbies that I actually still enjoy in my life. Especially years after the fact. I don't know how long I'm gonna be streaming, you know? I do think streaming is one of those hobbies, or at least creating content, that has lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. So I'm happy for that. It feels very rewarding to make content. How are we not out of here yet? Oh, sorry. Is that a bit of a downer topic? I didn't mean it to be. I just meant, like, there are reasons for me not wanting to go to Canada. And they're very selfish reasons, right? Things like, because my hobbies would be harder to do in Canada. That's a very selfish reason to not want to go to Canada, I think. I'm gonna start shooting. We're getting out of here. Oh, yeah, well, I was reading something a couple months ago saying that most people who stream or make content, Egbert. Are we gonna rely on Egbert? I don't think so. Egbert's just one person. In the apocalypse, one person's too quick to die. I was reading that most people end their streaming and content creation careers after 2 years. That... You know how there are, like, percentiles? Like, 90% of people will end their career as a streamer after 2 years of time. What's up with the outfits? So, I don't know. I'm approaching 2 years. I've got 8 more months or so? No, I got like 6 more months. And then I'll be at 2 years. We want the medicine, I think. Tell you what, Clown Hyde, you can have a gun. I don't like shooting guns. I know Jekyll has the better shooting skills for the most part. But I don't like them. I like bashing things with tire irons. And yes, you do have to say it, tire irons. If you say tire iron, no one's gonna understand you. No one says it like that. That's the difference between prescriptive and descriptive language, you know? Sure, it makes sense to say it, tire iron, but no one's gonna call it tire irons. No. Where's Egbert? Egbert died. That's okay. We don't want anything in here. Oh, there you are, Egbert. I thought you died. It's a shame you didn't. It means you're gonna be eating our food. There's no medicine in this entire clinic. I would not be doing this in real life if I were in a zombie apocalypse. I want to put that, like, really, really clear. First aid spray. That's very good. I would not be looting things like this. I think this is probably the most dangerous thing you could do in a zombie apocalypse. There's no reason that you would want to loot a clinic. Anywhere that was a medical facility, in fact, would be a horrible place to stop. It'd be a horrible place to go. We didn't get much in this trip. But we're getting out of here. It's like ground zero for the zombies, right? Yeah, we did not get much at all. It was just too active. The zombies were too fast. It was not good. Clown Hyde. You have the best mechanical out of any of us. But more than that, I think medical supplies would be the first thing to be taken. Bird. Do we want to get rid of Egbert? I think Egbert's doing fine for us right now. He's also got an interesting name. You don't meet too many Egberts. Id, please say something to these people. Yeah. You shouldn't have given them any food, but... Ants. When I was young, I played a lot of the Oregon Trail on my computer. Ooh. Old SUV. Very nice. I played a lot of Oregon Trail. Yelling Man. It would listen to him, because it is the type of person who finds meaning in every word. Yeah, no. No, old man, we're not bandits, we're missionaries from the Cult of Ages. We know what we're doing here, and we hope you enjoy our presence as we loot all of the supplies in your area, thus diminishing your survival chances that much more. The stronghold is very tempting at this point. But we're gonna go with sporting goods. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. It's a very thick zombie word. A lot of people, when I'm reading comments on videos about zombies, which I do, like, do you do that too? When you're watching a YouTube video, do you read the comments while you're watching the video? I think that's very normal. I think most people do that. It isn't about having a short attention span. It's mostly about proving yourself correct, right? Like, a lot of people say, no, that's not how that would work in real life. I'm guilty of it too. Just the other day, I left a comment on Roanoke Gaming's video of some sort. Ooh, bat. I will take the bat over a pitchfork. And it was about... Ooh, that's even better. Tell you what, we'll have a quick swap meet here, and Jekyll, we do not need healing spray. We'll give that to Clown Hyde. Yeah, I think that's what we want. I left a comment on one of Roanoke Gaming's videos, and it was about the evolution of humans, right? There was this cryptid that he was arguing was Lemurian in descent, right? Like, closer to the lemurs than humanity when the apes split apart. I thought that was kind of a ridiculous assessment of the morphology of the creature. Like, I understand. It's interpretive in a sense. When you're looking at a video, a movie, creature. Rush out of there. We gotta get around this. There is a bit of interpretation. And there's no right answer, there's no wrong answer, because it's fiction. The creature does not exist. We're getting out of here. So, you can't really say one way or the other whether or not... Ooh, sturdy machete! Taking that. Getting out of here. Run. You can't really say one way or the other because it's not true. You can't do any testing. But the basis of his argument was, there's a reflective layer in some mammals' eyes, right? You see it in dogs, you see it in cats. In the dark, when you shine light on them, it reflects light back at you, right? That gives animals, like, a second chance at capturing light. Do we need food? We do need food. I'm sorry, we're gonna be tired. It gives them a second chance. Yeah, shiny demon eyes. It gives them a second chance of catching the light in their retina. So, we were just at a sporting goods store. Fine. We'll put the spray here for now. We don't need that. And we'll leave the tire iron behind. So that was the basis of the argument. Because lemurs still have that reflective layer in their eyes. Hi there, doggo. Nice to see you. You can follow us, but we're not taking you over Egbert, I'm sorry. I don't like Egbert, but having a human... Like, he's basically a pack mule. That's how I see Egbert right now. He can carry stuff when our inventories get too large. Yeah, what's it called? The Tapita lucidum? I think it is. That's the reflective layer in their eyes. And lemurs definitely have them, whereas humans definitely do not. You can shine a light in a human's eyes, and it will not reflect the same way as a cat, right? We don't have that trait. It's possible that... Ooh, gun. It's possible that humans, or our early ancestors, did have the trait. If the more basal mammals did. Who knows? We can't really go back in time, and that's a soft tissue, so the preservation... One of us died. It was Egbert. Do any of you have guns? Would any of you like to shoot these things? If you ever get stuck in a situation like this in real life, remember to use choke points properly. And that's what a doorway is. It's a choke point. In military strategy, sometimes having an open gate is better than having... Why'd you pick that up? Sometimes having an open gate is better than having a barricaded door. Yeah. That's how that goes, yeah. We're very close to Canada. Maybe we should just leave. Yeah, let's get out of here before we die. Guess we're taking the dog with us. Aiden catches up with the roof at a sick. Yeah, fine. We'll take him. I don't usually take dogs, but it's probably fine. Yeah. I've never seen this before. I really don't know. Okay. I really had no idea what to do there. I've never seen that before. Absolutely eat the marshmallows. Always eat the marshmallows. Food is one of those things in the apocalypse. Yeah. You know, I've never seen a gator in real life. Well... Jekyll has shooting. Ouch. That's not good. I've seen gators in zoos, right? You wanna know the strangest thing? I've seen more alligators in aquariums than I have at zoos. For whatever reason, people think that alligators belong in aquariums. It's very strange to me. No. We don't need food that badly. Maybe you'll buy the grenade. We do have a grenade that has just been sitting in our inventory for a while. That we do not need. We'll keep the health spray. The health spray might be important for getting to Canada. But I think the grenade can... No. No. I don't want this grenade if we can't sell it. That would be nice. I do think getting plate armor in the apocalypse would be very tiring. Like, you wouldn't feel the bites or anything, so maybe you wouldn't be infected by zombies, but you would still be trampled by hundreds, if not thousands, of bodies. Which would be even worse, right? Like, you wouldn't die quickly and turn into a zombie. No, I don't think so. Your death would be slow as you're trampled, and your bones are broken, and your internal organs are ruptured. Charm 'em. Very good, Id. You're a gun collector. That means your guns are better. So there's no one selling ammo in this camp. That's unfortunate for me. We're too close to Canada. I think our odds of surviving this are pretty darn low. I don't know. It's going to come down to the wire here. Hyde's obviously not going to Canada. Hyde is dead. But that doesn't mean everyone won't make it. I don't want to spoil anything about that short stream. We will take you. We don't have any cowboy rifle rounds, cartridges. Dogs can't actually do anything, unfortunately. Clown Hyde, you will get the healing spray. And I think that's the best we can do. This part of the game is the most stressful that I ever experience in gaming. Like, I've played a lot of Enter the Gungeon. I've even beaten the dragon in Enter the Gungeon. I don't know if I've ever shown that on stream or in video, but I have beaten the dragon. The final sieges before Canada are just absolutely brutal. It takes a stroke of brilliant good luck to even get through it. Right? These tiny houses, these sieges, are almost as bad as the final siege right before Canada. The final siege is absolutely brutal, though. I don't have good hopes for this run. We don't have enough medical supplies. Our traders didn't have any extra cartridges or bullets or rounds, whatever you want to call them. No shotgun shells. No slugs. No flechettes. No exotic ammo. So we're gonna have to try our best with melee weapons, and if we get cornered, we're dead. Because we're not shooting our way out. We don't have the option. It's 5 o'clock. Yes, please, let us go. Whew. This is getting tense, isn't it? Managed to survive that. Do we want to get shooting for a dog? Do you think that's a great idea? Do you think that's a good idea? Allowing the dog to shoot a gun? I don't think so. Let's do morale. What did Aiden get? Look, we got shooting for the dog anyway. I guess we're gonna have to give the dog a gun. They can't even use guns in this game. The game thinks so, or else it wouldn't have given us shooting on the dog twice. It doesn't think there's that many zombies. Jekyll feels excited. Clown Hyde feels pumped. I don't think it's gonna work out. All or nothing. Okay. Since you can actually shoot, I'll give you a gun. I don't think it's gonna do much, but you may have a gun. We are not taking the grenade. It and Jekyll are very much in character. They should be. They absolutely should be. I made them after myself, right? I'm the one who made them. The characters are mine. I think... Oh god, no. Exit, exit, exit. Getting stuck in these houses... Exit, exit, exit. Getting stuck in these houses is absolutely terrible. You have to really avoid it. Otherwise, bad things happen. And you will never escape. So the reason I gave the dog a gun in actuality is because you can find ammo in these houses. These final houses have a lot of good things in them. So long as you don't get stuck in them, it's a good choice to have guns. Even if you don't have the proper supplies for the guns that you have, like, you can find them pretty easily. And during the siege, it's a good idea to go looking. The streets here are littered with the corpses of survivors that almost made it to Canada, but clearly did not. And having the dog have a handgun is good in case we need a handgun. Now that said, there is a high chance that the dog will drop the handgun. It's a dog after all, right? See, it picked up a bone, just like a real dog would. So we might have lost some bullets that way. I have some shotgun shells here. Those are going to be useful. Really, the name of the game here is don't go in the buildings if you can avoid it. In my first time getting to this siege, can't really blame him. No, absolutely not. That's what dogs do. Bones are cool. They are. Personally, I like meat more than bones. Can I talk about that for a second? We really haven't addressed the skinless elephant in the room, have we? Clown Hyde, get out of there. My model, right? What were the inspirations for my model for tonight? It may seem thematically accurate or appropriate that I'm playing a zombie game. And I look like a skinned human made of jerky, right? Like, I am Jerky Man right now. So the meat is very appropriate. I look a bit like a zombie. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. We're getting tired. There's not enough room to move around with these hordes. We just gotta avoid as much as possible. My inspiration was very much meat. We lost our dog. No, he's right there, okay. He's just behind it. Oh, you have a gun. That's great. Thank you. Thank you for picking up what looks like a shotgun. Maybe a cowboy rifle. I was very inspired by meat, right? When you're a VTuber, you have the luxury, so long as you're an indie like I am, to pick how you look. And the model becomes kind of your skin, right? It becomes your mask, your persona, what the people see you as. And I think I took that a little bit too literally in my mental state, my tired mental state that I had. And I decided I want my skin to not have skin. There's a reason why I call this character Raw Hyde, right? Like, dogs love Raw Hyde. Whether or not you should give them Raw Hyde, they love Raw Hyde. That was easier than I thought it would be. But I wanted to be meat. Did I want to be meat? And I became meat. Mega cheesed. Okay. No extra ammo. You have a bone. That's fine. Ooh. Okay. I guess this is fine. Having a car here would have been better. We're gonna have to duck and weave through the zombie masses. Don't get slowed down. Keep running. Keep running. The only way to survive is to keep running. Meat Man, yeah. Like, I was very disappointed with my meat hide initially. It wasn't glistening enough, right? I don't think it glistened enough. It's dead. It's not making it to Canada. That's okay. Id. I'm so sorry, brother. Brother Id. My apologies. I did everything I could for you. We might actually make it. I don't think we will, but there's a strong chance if we rely on these Mounties. Yes. We've made it. I'm gonna take that as a win for Hyde, because Clown Hyde's here. Right? Wait, Clown Hyde, get back up here in Canada. Yeah, I'm gonna take that as a win. Where's Jekyll's body? Or, not Jekyll. Did its body get eaten? Yeah, okay. Well, I tried, you know, I thought maybe there'd be a chance to revive him. We didn't make it in time. What's your favorite tooth color, eh? Black. You got a can-do attitude, eh? Congrats on making it to Canada. Thank you. Giver. I'm sorry. Did I drop some frames there? I may have dropped some frames. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, eh? As you can see, I'm already turning Canadian here. Saying sorry and all. Bit brisk. How's a dog talking? I don't think that was my bitrate. I think that was dropping frames looking at my internet connection here. The fact that you heard it is very strange. I'm sorry about that. I will reduce my bitrate. See if that helps next time. Ever since I fixed my computer, I had to redo the settings. And, yeah, there have been problems. Spent the rest of his life barking incessantly at the new wildlife. Sounds about right. Friendship is the reason we made it. Became rich after inventing... Yeah, that sounds like what Clown Hyde would do. Arrested after finding his medical practice is not licensed in Canada. It was never licensed. That's all appropriate. The sheer amount of zombies on the screen. That would be bitrate, if that were the case. I'll have to look at it, but it shouldn't be. I actually have the bitrate reduced beyond what my computer can handle. So I don't know. It's possible, though. I'll look at that for next time. I had a lot of fun, but we're going to be ending it here. I need my nicotine. Perfect? Yes, the ending was very perfect, wasn't it? Oh, you know what? I didn't show it, because no one asked. But this model has a toggle. I can be bald. Yes. Which is thematically appropriate for a man who has skinned himself alive. Also, I want to point out that my suit is also meat. No one asked about that either, right? Like, no one asked about the suit. The suit is also meat, for the most part. Yeah. Mega stream. I was here for 2 hours. It was originally going to be like an hour long, because I just wasn't feeling it. But that last run, I was feeling it. There was a possibility of winning. Yeah, bald hide. Haired hide. It doesn't look quite as good on my beef jerky head. My hairdo, you know? It kind of makes me look like, David Bowie from Labyrinth. You know what I mean? Jareth, the King of the Goblins, which is something I want to talk about at some point. I don't mind having a mullet, which is what I do have with this model. But yeah, there is a bald toggle now, which is something VTubers always need, apparently. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed it too. But I do need my nicotine, so I will be ending it here. I'll see you all next time. But for now, where is this screen? Yeah, like a redheaded Jareth, but turned into beef jerky. A real Goblin King. For now, hide out. Good night all. I love you. See you again next time.